Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, depending upon where you are in the world. Welcome. I'm waiting for Facebook to catch up. It's thinking and it's thinking. Oh, there we go. I think I figured it out. All right, let me get this pinned up here while I'm waiting for everyone to show up. Let me pin that. All right, notification just went out, so good. All of you should be showing up any minute now. Let me update my page. Tony is sharing, but I'm moderating on my own. So let's see what happens tonight. Welcome, whoever that is. I see one person that came on. Welcome, welcome. Facebook always seems to lag, so I have to fill the dead air for a minute or so. It looks like, okay, it looks like you guys started to get the notifications. You're starting to show up. Why don't you go ahead and say hi? Don't be shy. Just, you don't have to participate. You can just sit back and listen and watch and observe. But if you want to say hi, I'd love to know who's here with me this evening. So I'm going to start by saying welcome. I did start the live right away. I always start that way, but I know that Facebook lags, so I like to restart. Hey, Charming, how are you? Welcome. I always like to give it a little time to catch up and then welcome those that are here. So welcome. It's Table Talk Thursdays. Normally I start at 7 p.m., but we have changed it going forward. I'm going to be doing it 6 p.m. Arizona time. We're the same Pacific Standard Time right now. Once time changes, we don't change. Everybody else does. It gets a little confusing, but I'll let you guys know. So tonight we're going to talk about receiving. And as I'm waiting for people to show up, because, hey, Lanita, how are you? Welcome. Because I did want to ask everyone, and it seems there's a few of you, but let's get started with that. I want to know from each of you, if you're willing to answer, do you feel that you're a receiver, a giver, or both? So if you want to drop that in the comments, I'd be interested in knowing. If you want to answer that, I would appreciate it, because I have some things to say about that. So I have absolutely no notes this evening. This is kind of the thing that I talk about a lot. So let me ask you also, if you want to tell me whether you're a giver, receiver, or both, and also, what is it that you want to know about receiving? Because, it's all, hey, Princess Sophia, how you doing? Welcome. It's all about energy, guys. And I know that lately, what prompted this? Some of you asked for it. I think somebody in one of my lives asked for the topic, which, by the way, to all of you that are here, if you have a specific metaphysical, inspirational, or spiritual topic that you'd like me to cover one week, please just drop it in the comments. And for all of you that are here, the third Thursday of every month is going to be open Q&A. So it's still not, it's still going to be generalized questions, but about whatever topic or any questions you have. In other words, what do I mean by that? I'm not going to be doing readings. That's for my psychic mini reading lives that I do. But the floor will be open. Whatever topic you feel like bringing up, let's chat about it. Okay? Hey, Jen, how you doing? Welcome. So, Princess Sophia is answering me. Okay, thank you, Princess Sophia. I give and find it hard to receive. Okay, what about anybody else? Hey, Ash, how you doing tonight? Welcome. I was asking, do you consider yourself a giver, a receiver, or both? A lot of people, Princess Sophia, do have that issue. If any more of you would like to answer that inquiry of mine, I'd love to have your answer, where you feel you sit. Now, just remember, guys, this is not for judgment or anything of the sort. It's just to get a feel where you are all at so I can address it for you, for all of you collectively. Okay, so a lot of us, let me see. I'm a giver, Jen says. Right, big surprise, right, Jen? Yes, I understand, and a lot of us absolutely are givers. And, you all have gotten to know me through the work that I do, and hopefully you see me as very much a giver. However, I want to say that I have changed my way of being in my personal life. I mean, part of the work I do is to be of service and to give. And even as a human being in my personal life. But what I'm saying, Lanita says both. Awesome, Lanita. What I'm trying to say with that is that in the past, I never thought about myself. I always thought about others. I always did for others. And I've flipped that. and I'm much more balanced. We're going to talk about that. One of the other questions I would like to also ask you, but let me see. Ash says both. I love to give, but I also enjoy receiving the enjoyment of making people happy. Also, okay, sorry, I don't know if I read that right. Both. I love to give, but I also enjoy receiving the enjoyment of making people happy. I gotcha, Ash. I gotcha. All right. I like that you said that comment, because where I'd like to go a little bit with that is, okay, that's great. A lot of us, we give because it makes us feel good, right? And that's the joy that you're talking about, that, the enjoyment you give so that you can receive the enjoyment that they're getting from your giving, right? However, what happens when someone wants to give you something? And that's for everybody. Are you accepting? Are you not accepting? How do you react? I'm asking that as hopefully maybe some of you will give me answers on that too. The thing is, I know I have a few newbies on with us tonight, and the one thing I just want to share with you guys, just so as you get to know me, the thing about our Table Talk Thursdays is great. I want the interaction, because the last thing I'm going to do is sit here and talk at you for an hour. I just won't do it. That's not what it's about. I just don't want to do it. I want to interact with you guys. So just keep that in mind. It's the comments too that keep it all going. We have a blast. So listen, if you just want to observe, that's fine. Please don't be shy. We're a very safe environment here. There's a lot of love that flows in the space that I've created through the work that I do on Facebook and with my, my followers, my supporters, my clients. You should, if you're new to us, just watch out. We're really loving to each other. So it's really an awesome environment. It fills my heart with a lot of joy. And if you are new to us too, don't forget to like and follow my Elyse Ann Psychic page. Make sure your notifications are set to favorites. That way you'll get notifications of everything that I do. And there's a lot I offer to help you on your journey. So let's see. Well, we've got some others. Okay, so we got some tagging. Awesome, you guys. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Thank you, Jen and Princess Sophia. You guys, go ahead and share this on your timeline publicly and or into groups, please. And if you'd like, drop your friend's name in the comments. Let's tag people. You can tag your friends in the comments, and let's get them over here. Let's let them take advantage of this offering. I do this to give from the heart, because I know a lot of people are just searching, and this is part of how I help. Okay, so Sheila says, interesting, harder to receive than give. Yes. Okay. Princess Sophia, I don't feel worthy of receiving. Okay, understood. Hey Penny, how are you? How I was going to say how are you and how you doing all in one sentence, and that's why I came out as yeah. So anyhow, Penny, how are you? All right. Jen says, I used to not feel worthy of receiving. All right. Yeah, I think that's a journey a lot of us go on. And Ash says, I have a hard time receiving anything at all. I feel guilt. I feel like it's taking advantage. Something I need to work on. Thank you for your candidness, everyone. And Ash, thank you for that. I know it takes a lot to kind of put it out there, but this is the thing. Several things, you guys. Because I used to not be able to receive it all. Okay? And even when somebody would say, oh, I really like your top, and I go, oh, this old thing, oh, I bought it on sale, whatever I'd say, I don't know. But I'm just saying that alone I couldn't receive. And lots of times it does sit in the place of worthiness, deservedness, okay? And I do know that it can run very, very deep, okay? Lots of times we feel guilty or don't feel deserving because that is what we were, what the diet, the brain diet we were fed, if that makes sense. Linnea says, I feel it's not my nature as to receive, it's giving that makes me happy. That's me, Princess Sophia. Okay, same here. Oh my God, so deep. Yes. All right, so absolutely. And Lenita, thank you. I feel it's not my nature as to receive, it's giving that makes me happy. All right. I love this. Because I used to be the same thing. It was all about giving. Now, I'm not saying all of you are in this space. However, I know for my own self, it came from a lack of worthiness. And hey, Dale, how are you? Let's see. Penny says my ex used to call me worthless. Well, that's on him or her. I don't know. Doesn't matter. The ex, that's on them. We do not, this is part of it. So thank you, Penny, for bringing that up. Because that's part of what makes us feel unworthy, because other people say things to us and we absorb it as if it's total truth. But we have a choice now as we're all growing and enlightening and ascending and spiritually growing. We're starting to understand things differently, right? And so I'm here to suggest that we don't have to take on what other people say about us. We don't have to take their judgment of us, because quite frankly, everything that anybody says is from their perspective. Just like everything I'm offering tonight, it's from my perspective, right? Now, hopefully it all jives with you and it resonates and we're good, right? But it doesn't mean just because it feels it's truth to me that it's going to be your truth either, right? So you don't have to take in or believe everything I say. But when we're put down, when we're told we're worthless, when we're treated as if, I know I come from a trauma background, I am a survivor, we're now calling it thriver, right? So, you know, we when we're in that space, we're taught that we're not worthy. We're fed the diet constantly that we're not worthy. We're treated, spoken to, and other things that tell us on every level we're not worthy. And that's a lot of where this starts to come from too. I'm not saying across, you know, everybody, but that is a piece of it. And by the way, there are a handful of other people showing up, so I want to say hi to everybody. Welcome. Table Talk Thursdays. We're talking about receiving this evening. So, glad you're joining us. Hi, Natalie. Welcome. And that's why he is the ex. Yes, Princess Sophia, I like that. So let me see. Dale says, hello, everyone. I still want to say one other thing to Penny, but I do want to get to Dale's comment here. Hello, everyone. Hi, Dale. I was brought up to be a giver, not a taker. Have had to find out the hard way about putting myself last. Yes. Thank you. All right. One little aside, Penny, and everyone. This is a big thing. And now it's so much in society, but it's something that I've been sharing with clients and even my friends for years. Okay, think about this. Is this person my ex or is this person the ex? Why do we say that? Everything has energy. And when we say my, it's an energetic vibe of ownership. My house, my car, my kids, my job, my whatever. All right. I'm divorced. He's not my, no, thank you. He's the ex. So just a little aside, because, you know, words are energy, thoughts are energy, and they are so beyond powerful. So beyond powerful. We are very powerful beings. Matter of fact, I wrote up the channel card message for tomorrow. You might want to make sure you check out the posting tomorrow. It does talk a little bit about that and the power, okay? Because we are. It's very, very, very much so. Yes, Penny, the ex. All right, and just remember, society is constantly saying my, your, so just don't absorb it. You can cancel it in your head and say the, whatever it is. And you know what? I've been saying this for years, and just like last month, I think my came out of my mouth, and I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, I haven't said it that way in a long, long time. So I didn't get upset. I just noted it and said, okay, just be aware. That's all it's about. Yeah, you feel it, right? I like that. Yes, that is our big word now. The ex. We don't want to own that person. Oh, gosh. At least I don't. I don't know about all you, but divorce for a reason. Thank you very much. We're good. Okay, so hey, Opal, how are you? Welcome. Okay, guys, keep sharing this out, okay? We go for about an hour, depending on how our conversation goes. So usually we end right about there. So, all right. So, you know, the more and more you work with me and see me and have private sessions with me and come on my lives, you'll know I'm all about the energy and how it affects us. So, the giving and receiving is a whole nother piece of that. Absolutely. Everything we say, everything we feel, the actions that we take, we're sending a signal to spirit. Okay? And we're telling them hey, this is how I feel about myself. All right, excuse me a minute. So sorry, I know I wet my mouth because it was like feeling really dry. So, all right, thank you, Opal, for sharing that out and joining us this evening. I'm glad you're here. All right, so everything is the energy. And every time we, like I said, we send that communication to spirit. There's several things. Just always keep in mind, because I've had people say to me, well, I don't really mean it. All right, I'm glad you don't mean it, but guess what? Spirit doesn't know that. Spirit just receives it for the purity of the energy that the words or the thoughts vibrate in, and they make no judgment whatsoever. They just receive the message and say, okay. Because why? Because we have free will, free choice, and they cannot trespass upon our free will, free choice. So even though maybe you don't mean it, or you're saying and kidding, just be aware, guys. It's just really important to be very, very aware. So let's go back into, and it's all tied into, pardon me. Thank you, Natalie, for sharing. It's all very much tied into our deservedness, our worthiness, whether we're givers, receivers, or both. All right. So I used to be huge giver. I could not, I did. I felt badly. Somebody said here, and I'm sorry, I don't remember exactly who, but they feel bad or guilty. Somebody said they felt guilty. I'm sorry. I know the comments in here somewhere. Was that Sheila? Let's see. Who was it that said that? Well, I guess I know several of you have said similar things. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to peruse the comments real quick, and I can't quite catch it right away. But either way. Guilt. Oh, no, I can't. Okay, now. A lot of us were brought up in a certain way. Okay, I also know that this can sit in the space of religion. Because I do know that there's a lot of doctrine out there that talks about, it's much better to give than receive. However, I'm not against religion, just from my standpoint as a psychic and a healer, medium, and all the above. I look at it and I look at the energy of it and I go, ouch, there's no balance. Everything. Laws of nature need a balance, right? For every action, there's an equal reaction, right? So laws of nature, universal laws, talks about balancing, and for each the opposite, right? Okay, so when we do not feel worthy of receiving, because that's where a lot of it sits. We feel guilty, we feel badly, we whatever, or we're taught, no. It's not, righteous or right. I don't know if actually righteous is the right word. It's not correct to receive more than you give, so forth, so on, whatever. So, the fact of the matter, though, is everything's energy. So think about this. If everything is energy and all we're doing is giving and giving and giving and giving, what is nourishing us? What is replacing that? What is replacing that energy that we're giving away? If we're not willing to receive, what are we leaving? We're leaving a void, aren't we? Wow, Spirit, I like that. Spirit's never had me say that before. So I was like, guys, when I'm sitting here, they're right with me. They're my business partners, and they're always, information's flowing. And I really like that, because the truth of the matter is, yeah, we do leave a void. We have giving over here. We have taking over, or receiving, not taking, receiving, excuse me, taking, that's part of it. It's got taking can be a negative connotation. And I think as I said that, I'm like, whoa, that's a negative way of putting it. So it's really about receiving. And you see, I have to work on my words too, you guys. I do it all the time. So no perfection here. Yeah, no. But anyhow, work in progress. That's what it's all about, right? So if all we're doing is giving over here, but we're not receiving anything, it's a void. There's nothing there. So what replenishes us? Lots of people who are givers deplete themselves exactly because of that. Because they're allowing that energy out, but they're not allowing the energy, any other energy in. That's from a very high level standpoint. What do I mean? Umbrella standpoint, okay? Kind of as a general statement. All right. The other thing is, this is one of the analogies I really like to share, because people tend to understand this. Think about this. You're hungry, right? You need food, okay? And you have a pie sitting by you. You feel that, Ash? There you go, right? You have a pie. And in that pie, you have 8 slices of pie, okay? So you have what to feed yourself. However, you are a giver. So you're compelled to give, okay? So you start giving away those slices of pie. One by one, you give them away. However, over here in the receiving end of things, you're not accepting anything. People are showing up with, meatloaf, mashed potatoes. I don't know. I'm just pulling things out. Can you tell I'm hungry? I haven't eaten yet. Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, vegetables. I don't know, whatever it is. And you're going, oh no, I'm just a giver. I'm not a receiver. Thank you, though. Well, you don't really even ever say thank you. You just turn on it, right? Because basically that's the message you're giving, right? However, guess what? When you give away all 8 slices, what do you have left if you're not willing to receive in kind? Oh, guess what? The only thing you have left is your hunger. Think about it very logically. I mean, that is how it works, though. In the energetic world, that's how it exactly works. If all we keep doing is giving and giving and giving, we're going to deplete ourselves, and then we're going to be the ones standing there being hungry. Okay? Universal law really talks about the balance. It must be balanced. Because, also think about that. Honoring ourselves, loving ourselves, feeling that we're deserving, that we're worthy, that we accept ourselves, that we think highly enough of ourselves. So, I see client after client after client just dragging themselves to bits because they're giving away everything they got. And they have nothing, they're depleting themselves. They have nothing left to give themselves. Because they're not willing to allow others to help recharge them either. So it's just like your phone, your cell phone, okay? You keep using the battery, but you're not allowing it to plug in and receive a charge. It's going to die out, right? I'm not saying you guys, you're going to die, cancel clear. I'm not saying any of that. I'm like, I got to say this to you guys because I'm like, there's going to be one person that's going to go, oh my God, she said we're going to die. No, I'm not saying that at all. Please hear me very clearly. I'm just talking about recharging our battery, okay? So our cell phone will have no charge left if we don't allow it to plug into the wall and receive the charge. And I feel like I'm done. No, I'm just kidding, but it really just comes down to that brass tacks, as they say. Guys, we have to take care of ourselves or we'll be worthless to anybody. And you know what? We are divine beings. We are of God. Whatever, the higher energy, the highest, the I am, the universal energy, whatever you want to call that source. Maybe you call it the source or source, whatever that is. So by that alone, we are worthy and deserving just by being. Okay? So, let me see. I got a lot of people showing up here. Let's look at our comments. All right, let's see. Let's catch up a little bit. Hi, everyone. So glad you're joining us. Welcome. This is Table Talk Thursdays. We're talking about receiving tonight. And if there's any other topic that you would like me to discuss in the future, please drop it in the comments. This is all for you guys, I'm here to help you along your journey and share from my 20 years of working with clients, my own psychic path and journey and everything, my teaching. I used to teach when the community college had continuing education, adult education. I used to teach for 8 years. I taught metaphysical workshops over there. So I have a wealth of knowledge that I'm here to share with you. Please, while you're here, don't forget to like and follow my Elyse Ann Psychic page. Make sure your notifications are set at favorites. Please invite your friends to my page. Every Monday and Friday I do a channeled card message. I also have a newsletter. Go to my website, ElyseAnnPsychic.com. Not only will you find out more about me, I got some amazing things coming up, you guys, and it's on my website under events. There's the Energy Clearing Summit. I hope every single one of you signed up for it. Go to my page. I posted it, I think it was sometime this week. I'm going to repost it too, and I'm going to pin it. Facebook did some weird stuff to me that day I posted it. I'm like, I can't even pin this. It's weird. So I'm gonna resubmit it. I'm gonna repost it. But on my page there is a link, and if you're part of my newsletter, you've got it in your newsletter. There's a link to the Energy Clearing Summit. It is free. It is 3 days in August. Go check it out. I'm going to be speaking on day 2. I am one of 24 top experts in the field. We've got shamans, light workers, psychics, sound healers. We've got all kinds of different healers there. And it's not just about like the Reiki healing or energy healing. It's all of it, just combined. I really encourage each and every one of you. Sign up for it. It's free. There is an option to get an all-access pass. He's got it, I mean, on the floor pricing. It is amazing. A lot of us did bonus sections, so you'll get access to all of our bonus sections, and I think he has it set up where you'll have like lifetime access or a very long time to access all of it. I mean, it's just amazing. Go click on the link. Matter of fact, I meant to put it in here, but if you guys aren't sure, go ahead and message me and I'll go ahead and send that link to you. It's going to be amazing. Amazing. It's all virtual. So excited I was asked to be part of it. It is powerful. We've got some powerful people. It'll change your life. I'm telling you. Hopefully I'm one of those that can help you with that too. So there you go. Okay. Opal says, is that why I feel empty inside? I'm sorry, Opal, I'm a little behind on the comments. I'm not sure what you were responding to. So if you wanna put that in the comments, you don't have to reshare it. But I'm sorry, I'm a little behind, so I'm not sure, so I don't want to really necessarily address it specifically. But, yeah, a lot of us do it from time to time, feel empty, and some of it is how we were raised and things like that. So, hello, Teresa. How are you? Hey, Will. You forgot I was starting early. Well, it's not early. This is our new time, guys, 6 p.m. Woo! 6 p.m. is the new time. So, and it looks like it's already working. We've got more people on here than I've had. So I am liking it. Great idea. And Jen, thank you for being the push on my backside, girl. I've been thinking about it. Jen reached out to me. She's like, oh, on the East Coast. Can you start doing it earlier? And I'm like, well, I've been thinking about it. So there you go. Jen was my push. Okay, so thank you. And I'm glad you're driving home and you're listening. Okay, well, great. Hey, is it Sela? I'm sorry, my eyesight right now, I don't have my glasses. So Sela, you're new. Welcome. I'm so glad you're joining us. Welcome, welcome. Penny says, I always went hungry and my kids would always try to give me half their dinner and I couldn't take food out of their mouths. You know, Penny, I understand that and I can appreciate it from a mother's point of view. And, you know, I want to address that because I didn't always go hungry, but I was a single mom for quite a long time, and it was rough. There were times it was rough. And so I can appreciate it, and I understand that sometimes as parents, we sacrifice for our children. Talking something, you know, I get that in the moment, absolutely. The one thing, though, that I would say with that is I understand not wanting to take food from their mouths. Sometimes we need just even a little tiny sustenance just to keep ourselves going. All right, no matter how dire it may be. Because you would be no good to the children if you let yourself just get totally run down. I know you didn't, but I'm just saying as a generality. Okay. Hey, Ruth, how are you? You found your message yesterday. Oh, okay, you got your reading. All right, good. Okay, I'm glad you did, sweetheart. I should pin that here. All right. Yeah, I'm going to do it. You guys don't know, but I'm actually on my page right now. And by the way, yeah, it's July 31st is the post I'm looking at. And if I can just get it to copy for me, it's not wanting to copy for me from there. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm trying to get it copied. There it goes. I'm fine. My mouse has been acting weird too. It seems like everything. Just I don't know about you guys, but oh gosh, goodness, it just seems like everything. Okay, I'm about. Let me get the comment pinned in there, guys. Give me a sec. Up. Princess Sophia, darling, thank you, sweetie. She got it for me. You guys, let's pin Princess Sophia's comment. There we go. Thank you, Princess Sophia. We just pinned it, you guys. Click on that link. It should show up any minute, I hope. Did it pin? It looks like it did. It looks like it did. All right. If not, you guys let me know, okay? But go ahead and click on that. Get your freebie. It's all free. Like I said, you can upgrade, which, listen, guys, I understand some of us can, some of us can't. But if you can, I think the last time I looked was only $47. And it's just amazing. So if you can swing it, I'm going to strongly suggest you get the all access pass. It's so worthwhile. I think it was something like 22 of us did bonus sections too. So you get the energy clearing summit piece of it, all 24 of us over those 3 days. I believe you can access those interviews again when you get the all access pass. All right. And then like I said, 22 of us did a bonus special that all access pass will give you, plus all these added things, unlimited access. I don't know, all kind. He did amazing, just amazing. I'm so honored and excited I'm part of it. Okay, so there you go, and it's on my website too, ElyseAnnPsychic.com. While you're on my website, sign up for my email list on the home page. My email list exclusively receives a 3-card channeled message every month, alongside also being one of the first to know about some of the other things going on. So go ahead and check that out and sign up. All right. Let me see. Okay, I'm catching up. Okay, Ash, the link is there now. You guys, if you're still having trouble seeing the link, let me know, okay? And again, Princess Sophia, thank you for taking care of that for me. I do appreciate it. Just when you were talking about giving, and giving, yeah. That's why you do feel empty inside, darling, because you're not allowing yourself to be nourished. And, again, 8 p.m. for you. Well, that's better. 9:30 in PA. Well, this is part of why I also decided to start at 6. I figured all my followers on the East Coast, they're missing out. And like I said, Jen brought it up to me, and I thought, okay, between Spirit, me having that thought, and Spirit and all that, yeah. So, oh, it didn't pin. Oh, yes, it did pin. Okay, it did pin. It did. Okay, because I was looking for that. It looks like a pin. All right. It might have unpinned my welcome, but that's okay. So, okay, so let's get back. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Yeah, Princess Sophia, thank you, sweetheart. So, the other thing is this. We are, like I said, I started talking about how we're all of the divine, which means we're all worthy. And I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Nobody's perfect. Lots of times we punish ourselves. We don't allow ourselves the joy of receiving because, oh, I'm a bad person, or, oh, I did something bad. It's not like you're necessarily thinking this consciously through your head and through your mind and all these things, like right there. But it is the foundation of what you're living your life on. Okay, which, hey, Shelly, welcome. Okay, so it's 2:30 for Princess Sophia. Yes, Shelly, she is in the UK, darling. And Shelly, welcome. She's in Missouri, and it's 8:30 there. I love it. Great. I'm so glad you're with me. All right, so, lost my train of thought there for just a moment. Sorry. Okay, so it's the divinity and how we are worthy. Guys, I know I've been talking about this a lot lately because I think it needs to be heard over and over and over. So many of us believe and treat others as if they are worthy and deserving. And I promise you they're not squeaky clean, if you know what I mean. They're not like without anything that's happened in their life. They're not this, perfect example of a human being. It doesn't exist. And so we're so willing to give compassion and grace and a pass to others for their behavior or words or certain things that have occurred. But gosh, goodness gracious, do we allow that for us? No, all of a sudden we're not worthy. We don't deserve that. We don't deserve that. Or we feel guilty because, oh, I'm a bad person or I did this something. No. No. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation. I'll just keep going with the exclamation points. It doesn't work that way, you guys. We're all perfectly imperfect human beings. We're all perfectly imperfect human beings. So stop punishing yourself. Because a lot of you will not receive because it feels, you just like you don't feel worthy. It's like a punishment to self. And he says 9:30 there. Tony, do you ever sleep right? Tony says, I'm so guilty of that. Treat others way better than I treat myself. A lot of people absolutely are, yeah. A lot of people are that way. And some of it is our upbringing. Some of it is the doctrine that we were raised under. I get it. But again, we're not going to be any good to anybody if all we do is give away. Give away and give away. And quite frankly, guys, it's your life. Yes, you have family. Yes, you have friends. You have a partner, whatever it is. But it's still it's you. And at the end of the day, in some ways, I always want to say, who's left holding the bag, if you know what I mean? Or actually, you have no bag because you gave it all away. So you can't even hold the bag. Okay, I'm being a little sarcastic, or a little, taking it to the ridiculous, actually. Not really sarcastic. But, guys, I hear so many of my clients, I can't, listen, let's talk about how we can start being open to receiving. Let's take the last 15-ish minutes or whatever, and let's talk about that a little bit. Let's see. So, Opal, oh, you're in Missouri, Jefferson City, okay. Dale says, I looked into the sky the other night. I said, I miss you, Mom. And one star glowed brightly, and I knew that I had received a sign. There you go. That's beautiful. See, that alone is receiving, guys. She received a sign. She was open to receiving it. That's how she received it. She didn't say, oh, I was a bad person, or back in 1976, I did that. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up, But a lot of us carry that punishment with us. We have such a lack of forgiveness. We're human. If we knew then what we know now, we wouldn't have done it then. But we didn't know, so there you go. Listen, guys, I was the one of the worst offenders when it came to all this. I promise you that. I had not a kind word. Everything was always my fault. I was raised that way, and I indoctrinated in that, and I followed it, and it continued throughout my life until I woke up one day and said, okay, no more. I'm going to heal, and I'm going to know the truth for me. I'm going to know my authenticity. I'm going to know my truth. I'm not going to listen to what anybody else said anymore. And that's one of the first pieces that I'm going to offer to all of you. We as human beings absorb so much of this BS, yes, BS, and think it's the truth. Why? Just because somebody has that opinion of you, does that mean it's true? People react from all different places. Let me see. I've got a couple of comments here. Hey, Susan, how you doing? Hello. Shelley Ray says, I continually am working through emotional trauma from childhood. I believe that it's where my negative self-talk was founded. My dear love, yes, Shelley, I did the same thing. I worked through my childhood trauma and all the negativity that I was raised in, besides just the trauma of it alone and what that did to me with all that negativity, but also all the other negativity I was surrounded with within the home. Yes. And I'm telling you, darling, if I can do it, it takes some dedication, but if I can do it, you can do it. I promise you. Yeah. So, all right. Tony, yes, I've been on a growth journey the past 3 years using my oils. Whoop, whoop. Tony's a Young Living representative. TNT, oh my gosh. Oily Solutions. Okay, for a second I'm like, essential oils. That's not it. TNT Oily Solutions. And Tony, I know you didn't mention that, but I love you, and I'm going to plug you. Guys, go check out her page. TNT Oily Solutions, right? Yes. Like and follow her page. Okay. Working with you. Oh, sweetheart, thank you. And back to Tony's comment on a growth journey. Okay, the past 3 years, using my oils, working with you, and doing the deep dive to learn how to receive and accept me for who I am. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Just breathe that in, everybody. You know, she is who she is, and she's accepting that. And that's a beautiful gift. A beautiful gift. Seal of self-deprecation of self-destruction. Yes, my love. Yes, my love. Natalie, I didn't know how to receive before. Now I know better, but would like to learn more about opening to receive. Okay, we're going to talk about that just a little bit. All right, Shelly, you use Young Living essential oils too. Well, I don't know who your rep is, and I'm not trying to steal you away. Tony is amazing. She's got it. So if you two want to connect, go ahead and do that. Okay. I was close. Did you change it? No, TNT. I only went to TNT Oil. Oh, you changed it with Education Group. Okay. Thank you, Tony. I stand updated. I've been updated. I had a download. I'm updated. All right. TNT Oily Solutions Education Group. I hope I remember that. That's a lot of words for me to remember, Tony. I'm teasing. All right. So, for those of you who don't know, Tony's normally my moderator on my Psychic Mini Reading Lives, and she does share me out on all my lives. If she's available, she does it even tonight, but tonight's her night off. She doesn't moderate. But we're also besties, too. We're very, very close. So I tease her a lot like that. So in case you're new here and you're like, what's going on? Now you know why. Tony and I are like that. So, all right. So let's talk a little bit in the last 10-ish minutes now of, how to open up to receiving. What came to me right away, Spirit said affirmations. Because the truth of the matter is, and before I go into that, let me just make one comment, because I know this was a big thing for me, and Spirit's reminded me of it several times, and I keep talking around here, and then I forget it, and they brought it up again. Guys, receiving. And by the way, guys, I say guys, I'm from the East Coast originally, so it's a East Coast kind of thing. Guys, you guys. Okay, I still have that habit. Anyhow, guys, all of you all, I don't know, all of you. Anyhow, receiving can be as small as somebody says, I really like your top. And you just say, thank you. That's it. Not, oh, this thing? Oh, really? Oh, let me see. I think I bought this. None of that. Just thank you. Very simplistic. I like your hair. Thank you. Start there. Start with the tiny things that are quote unquote easy to accept. This is a compliment. Because I know for me, when people would say, oh, I really like your top, first thing I'm like, oh, this, I never said thank you. It's like, oh, this, oh, I bought it 3 years ago, it's old, but, okay. Yeah, that's going, nope, not receiving it today, baby. I'm giving it back to you. And somebody talked about, this is the other thing. Thank you, Spirit, I love it. Okay, somebody talked about that they're a giver, and forgive me, I don't remember specifically who, but I do remember the comment. That they're a giver and that they really enjoy receiving from the excitement that that person is in from receiving whatever it is you were giving to them. All right? You talked about the joy you receive by giving. Beautiful. There are other ways to receive. Guess what? This. Okay, I'm mixing two thoughts, so let's go back here. This is one of the things I do share with clients, and I say, okay, let's talk about that. You get a lot of joy and happiness from giving to others, right? Yes. Okay, that's your answer. I'm pretending we're having a conversation, yes, even though you guys are not talking directly to me as I'm asking, but you're commenting. But think about this. The next time somebody wants to give you a compliment or give you anything, literally physical gift, whatever it is, think about this. do you think that they really have their heart full by being able to give to others and have them receive it and them experience the joy that person who received it is in? Think about that. You give many times, or some of us give many times because it brings joy to us. Well, wouldn't the same be for the other person who's giving to you? They're looking to receive joy because for them it makes them happy. It makes them joyful. It makes them happy to receive the energy of that excitement that you have or somebody has when they give them something. You're not taking anything away from them. You're actually blessing them again, giving a gift back to them. So, is it selfish? No. You're receiving, they're receiving. All right, deal done. We're good. Scales balanced. Think about that, you guys, because all of a sudden, lots of people are like, oh yeah, like I enjoy it so much, so I'm actually taking away their joy. Okay, I'll start receiving. Just take it in. Think about it. All right. Let me see. We're talking about thank you with no story. Oh, Princess Sophia. Okay. Yes, I was in the same way. I'm the same way. Exactly. I used to always self-deprecate. Oh, this old thing. It was a huge step to just say thanks. That's awesome. Ash, that was you. Yes. Okay. It brings me joy to give, so I imagine it gives them joy to give as well. That is exactly the truth. Well written. That's it, guys. It's really, yeah. It's the truth. You have joy when you give. Do you want to not allow that other person? Do you want to deprive them of their joy? It's not to make you feel guilty. I'm sorry. All of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm going to have a whole bunch of people walking around. I can't do that to them. It's not that, guys. It's not about you feeling guilty. It's just about showing you another perspective. If you can think about it in a different way and look at it from their point of view, now we got the whole gratitude, receiving train going. Right? Wow. This person gave you exuded joy, they received joy, you received joy, and then you both go out joyful and you're sharing more joy. What a beautiful world this would be, right? Think about that. So, Shelley says, I was once told that when you don't accept and thank a person who gives you something, you take away the joy from the giver. Exactly. I like that explanation. Good. It removes the guilt of receiving. Absolutely. Yes. Yay. Can I put a heart by that one? Let's see. I'm going to put the heart by that one. Will it let me? Yes. Yes. Thank you. I've never done that in live. I'm like, can I do this? Because it's true. So many of you go into guilt and I shouldn't. I'm not, whatever. And guys, you're just as deserving as an expert. Look, we've all done stuff. I'm not going to splay out my history, but yeah, we've all lived life. Nobody's perfect. Do we want to keep punishing ourselves by not allowing ourselves to receive? So start taking in the little compliments. Start taking in the little things. All right? Start taking in the little tiny things that people are willing and want to give to you. Be a receiver. Okay? Be the receiver. And then you're also the giver because they're receiving joy back in return. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that the Spirit really wants me to say. I was about to say something, but I'm like, okay, we already went over that. So let me see if there's anything else they want to say. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to tap in for a minute. Penny says, I will do that and work on it. Good, Penny. That's awesome. Good. I know, guys, just start with one time. Just push yourself to one time. And that'll get the ball rolling. Okay? And let's absolutely erase the programming that so many of us were put under. And I know there's a lot of programming, but I'm talking about better to give than receive type of programming. that is not universal law at all. Universal law states balance. Now, it doesn't mean like for every time this person gives you something, let's just say, it doesn't mean that, oh gosh, now every time you have to give them in return. It's not a tit for tat. Remember that. It's not a tit for tat. But it's an overall balancing. And so this person gave to you, well, maybe you're not going to see that person again, but you're going to give to somebody else, and there we go. It's all about balancing the give and receive, right? So, thank you, Debbie, for sharing this tonight. I'm so glad you're joining us. Thank you so much. So, we're really kind of winding down. Are there any questions or any other comments? Is there something that maybe I didn't cover that you guys want to know a little bit more? How to open to receiving. I mean, that's really one of the biggest ways. But I would also do your best to start looking at yourself as the perfectly imperfect human being that you are. And if you guys are friends with me on Facebook at all, I don't know if you guys are or which ones of you might be, but I actually, on my profile, my picture behind or the image behind my face image, right? You get your little banner, right? And then your face is on there. And this is what mine reads. And I saw this on somebody else's, and I reached out to them. I said, can I snag this? Because this is exactly to a T. Okay? The real secret to a fabulous life is to live imperfectly with great delight. And that's the realism of it all. We are imperfect, guys. And if you keep trying to make yourself perfect or try to will yourself into being perfect, or you keep punishing yourself or thinking you're not worthy or deserving or you can't receive because you're imperfect, well, guess what? So are the other 7 billion people out there on the planet. Because guess what? If we were perfect, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have a need to be here to grow and learn. So have some grace and compassion for yourselves, guys. Please, please, please. It's going to be the most, undeniably, the most beautiful gift you can give yourself. I've given myself that. I used to be so hard on myself. It is very rare that I even touch that energy anymore. Like, really rare. I don't even know the last time. And it's not, ooh, look at me. It's just, I'm telling you. Knowing my background, I'm telling you, if I can do it, you guys, you can do it. I have faith in all of you. And it's a beautiful life and a beautiful world to step into when we're so much more balanced, you know? So, Princess Sophia says, what happens when someone wants to give you a gift because they've done something wrong? All right, I would still definitely receive it. Now, it depends. Look, every situation is going to be a little different, okay? If they're a stalker and they're giving you, I'd be like, no. All right, so, you know. But when I answer these, it's kind of more in a generality. But let's say they are giving it to you as a form of apology. Receive it. Doesn't mean that you have to continue with them as in a relationship, but at least receive. You're freeing them. If that's how they want to apologize, then you're freeing them from all of that karmic debt when you receive that gift. That's the way I would look at it. And you're also not creating karma for yourself when you receive it. Now, again, I'm saying that as a generality. Each individual situation may have a different spin to it. All right, I'm not saying invite abusive or toxic people in your, I'm not saying any of that. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, Shelly, if we register for the summit, is it recorded where we can watch it at a later time? I work through the week. Okay, Shelly, thank you for that. I do believe, Shelly, that you can, it runs. Okay, what I'm firmly believing, now I'm not 100%, but I think that's where you may want to look at the all access pass. I think it's like $47, you guys. And you're going to have like, oh gosh, excuse me. I think he has it up as like almost lifetime access. Not only to the bonus section of all the extra bonus material that a lot of us shared, but also to all the interviews. I think once, if you do the $47 all access pass, I think you can go back to it any time. Otherwise, I'm not sure if when you catch it, it's when you I'm not sure. Shelly, quite frankly, either way, I'll probably try and register for it. It doesn't hurt to register, and if you can't make it, fine. But if you truly are in that situation, I would $47, guys. Just don't go out to eat one time. You got it. And let me tell you, the material you're going to get, life-changing. And I'm not saying that because I'm part of it. Life-changing from me, life-changing from any of the other people involved. It is our mission. It's part of why we're doing this, and we all agreed to be involved in this. It's part of our mission to bring this to the world, bring it to people. And we're here to help. And they're just amazing, amazing people that are involved here. So I'm just going to strongly suggest, all right? But Shelly, I think the All Access Pass will get you access at any time. Read through it. Fraka is who put it all together. It is him, and he's producing all of it. He's a wonderful, wonderful man. And he did a great job. I read through it. I didn't retain everything, so just double check it. But he's got it just beautiful. He set the whole thing up beautifully. So hopefully that helped you, Shelly. Okay, Debbie, one day my brother will come in the room with me. I've told him all about you. That would be fun, Debbie. I'd love that. Great. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, please do, Shelly. Please just click on the link, get yourself registered. And, again, guys, I can't emphasize enough, $47. I know money is tight for a lot of us, and if you can't swing it, that's fine. Still, sign up. See what you can take benefit of. And you may find as you get into it, you're going to figure out how to come up with the money. I don't know. I'm not a big salesperson, you guys. It's never been me. I'm not a big promoter. That's never been me. I'm here to do my work, and that stuff just kind of falls in with it. So, I just know the powerhouses that are part of this. And it's going to be amazing. So do yourself a favor. All right, guys? Okay, cool. So I think actually that's taking us down into the end here. I just want to remind each and every one of you. Awesome, Ash. Awesome. Yeah, just do the link. It's real easy. Real easy. He's got it set up so easy. And guys, if you have any issue at all, let me know, okay? Because I've got the bat line to Fraka. Okay, and I can find out if we have to work anything out. I don't know. So far, I don't think there's been any issues that I've heard of. So, all right. So make sure you do that. You guys, don't forget September, I think it's the 10th. I think it's not the first. It would be the second Friday, I think, is what I put it up as. Gosh, I should remember the date. I'm starting to promote it. I can't even remember the date because I took the summer off. Zoom Gallery Psychic Reading Event. Gallery Style Psychic Reading Event. The event's back up, starting it again in September. I do it once a month. It's a great, great time. I limit it to 8 people. And what this basically is through Zoom. It's an hour and a half. I open up with a channeled message for all. And then each of you will receive a reading within the gallery. And then I end with a channeled closing message. And quite frankly, you guys, the beauty of this is a very intimate, small group. And many times there's themes that run very deep, especially the smaller the group, the more the theme kind of goes deeper and it resonates mostly with most people. So not only are you going to get messages from your own reading and my opening and closing messages, but you're going to get messages from the other people's readings also, even though it's for them. That's what happens in readings too. And that's the beauty of the small group because it's going to be even more targeted. The smaller the group, it's targeted in that way. There are themes. So check that out. It's only $25, you guys. It's 4 o'clock to 5:30, and I think it is on September 10th. So check it out on my website. And check out my website, you guys. There's all kinds of stuff happening. I still have other things in the works behind the scenes, still waiting to be able to share them with you. Like I've been telling you guys, I am not the captain of the ship, but I am a passenger. So the captain is in charge. And one of those projects has already been pushed out, so I'm not saying much, but I'm really excited about it. I got things going on, you guys. Whoop, whoop. So help me out. Share, invite your friends to my page, Elyse Ann Psychic page. Sign up for my email list. Refer your friends to me. Let them, and your family, your coworkers, let them know I work one-on-one with clients privately. We really get in there and let's see what can we do to help you to really move forward, to move through the blockages and really create the life that you truly want. All right, that's my mission, guys. So that's what I'm here for. All right. To each and every one of you, as always, thank you so much for being here and supporting me in the way that you do. As always, in all the myriad of ways, I love each and every one of you. You make my day. You make my world. Let's see. Please remember. There was something I was going to say. Please remember. Now I don't remember what I was going to tell you to remember. So, moving along. Have a wonderful. Oh yes. Any other topics, guys? Let me know if there's any topics you want covered. Okay. And remember, we're starting at 6 now. 6 p.m. Arizona time. We're the same Pacific Standard right now. And remember, the third Thursday of every month, we're just going to do an open Q&A type platform. All right. So pretty much anything goes, as long as it's not reading questions. I'm not doing readings. Those stay on my Psychic reading lives. All right. There too, if you've never been on any of my Psychic mini reading lives, please make sure you're following and liking my Elyse Ann Psychic page. Your notifications are set as favorites. I do those every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Toying with some things. We'll see. I do last minute ones too. I may, don't take it to heart, but I may be adding a later live during the week. Toying with it. Spirit kind of dropped it. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet, but if you have any thoughts on it, you can know, guys, I'm here for you, so I always love hearing what you think about it, but I'm not sure yet, okay? So I'm just putting it out there. So, to each and every one of you, thank you so much for being here this evening. You guys have a great rest of your evening, morning, or afternoon, depending upon where you are in the world. I'm sending you lots of love, many blessings, much gratitude. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you real soon. Bye, guys. Thanks.